Oh, what's up YouTube? How's it going? I'm back again for another random video. Oh, this one's gonna be a banger. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the pros and cons of doing garbage and recycling. Ooh. Time to update my video from about 5 years ago. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about the pros and cons to what I do for a living. Ooh. And I've been doing it for quite some time. Over 5 years I've been doing this. So, where to begin? It's not for everybody. The weather conditions can be brutal. They will be brutal. Hot, cold, raining, sleet, hail. You name it, you're going to work in it. Suck it up, Buttercup. The mailman barely gets a break. The roofers get a break. All these guys that act hard, they don't work in the rain. Construction crews, they're at home. Because you know why? Mud sinks. They don't dig in the rain. You know, there's no shoveliners in the rain. All these guys act hard, but you know what? When the weather sucks, they're at home, probably not getting paid, but your ass has to go to work. And drive on top of that. Sounds like fun. So, weather conditions, huge con, no pro to that. Right around this time of the year, like April, May, here in Canada, it's good. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. You know, 14 degrees is like good temperature to work in. You know, you can tell climate change is here because, you know, we got snow like not even a month ago. But the seasons are changing and the weather's getting crappier and it's going to get hotter and hotter every year. And it's going to suck. So dehydration, you have to drink lots of water. If you're hauling ass picking up bins, depending on where you live in the world, up here in Canada, there's a lot of places that don't have the grab arm to dump bins. So you got to manually pick them up and dump them in the truck, or manually pick up the garbage bags, which I've done both. You know, garbage and recycling. I've done other stuff too with waste, but that is definitely up there with one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to do. I've done some pretty crazy shit in my time. I've chrome pipes. I'm not even going to go into it. That's a whole nother video. If anyone knows how to chrome pipes for drill rods in the mining field, you understand my pain. Hot ass weather around rectifiers, crazy shit. You know, you're working around hundreds and thousands of amperage. You know, you got to wear a rubber suit. It's crazy. So you want to come prepared for this job. You want to drink, you know, lots of water, electrolytes, you know, Gatorade, replenish what you're taking out, because I've had dehydration a couple times. Pace yourself. Don't kill yourself. Pace yourself. You know, you got to come back the next day and do the job, but you know, don't come to work being a slacker either, right? So I'm not naming the company I work for or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, in general, doing garbage and recycling, even garbage, most people can relate. You know, I'm sure in other countries, they don't pick up bins. It's always in like a big tote. I noticed in like California and stuff, they have like a big tote that dumps the bin, which is cool. But a lot of people still manually, like in New York City and stuff, they manually pick up the garbage. And I noticed that there's like 2 guys in the back of a garbage truck, because if you look in New York City, it's like depots. And a depot is a huge pile of garbage or recycling at one spot. And you're sitting there. You gotta get a technique. You gotta like swing with your body and throw it in. You don't want to try to pick up the bag with one arm. You don't want to hulk it in, you know, sure, you're going to grow big arms, but you're going to have a sore back at the end of the day as well. So this job is more for shorter people. I'm 6'2", so the taller you are, you know, you got a lot more bending over to do. I have a long arm reach, but it doesn't help all the time. You know, if I get off the truck too fast or something like that, if I'm on the back, I can hurt my ankle. That's no fun. I've popped my ankle 3 times. I'm sure the 4th time it's going to break. There's lots of shoulder injuries with my career, lots of injuries, you know, with ankles and stuff. So over time your body just, it's wear and tear. You can only take so much. So if you can retire with a company doing garbage and recycling, if you want to stick it out for 30 plus years, whatever you want to do, kudos to you. A lot of people don't. There's a lot of easier driving jobs, but not as high paying driving jobs. You have to understand that when you're garbage and recycling, you're not only a laborer, but you're also a driver as well. So, let's reverse that. You're not only a driver, you're also a laborer. So you're basically a laborer with a truck. Now, back in the day, I used to do it all by myself in a top loader. Now it is hour on, hour off, which is nice. You can work it out with your partner maybe every half an hour if they're new or they're not used to it. Another con, now when you're switching up partners, you got to readjust the mirror, adjust the chair. They might like to crank the heat. You got to get along with your partner now. So versus working alone. On a garbage truck, you were always working in partners. But where I'm from, we used to work alone. So it's a big change working with a partner. So you have to get along with your partner and stuff like that. But back to the focus of the job, weather conditions. You want to wear proper footwear, proper clothing. Watch out for needles. Don't put your hands in bins. Try not to put your hands in garbage cans and stuff. Because a lot of people, they don't even use a bag. They'd rather just put their shit in the can. So you just want to dump that. Don't try to pull stuff out. You don't know if you're going to get poked with a needle. You don't know what they had at their house, especially during COVID when everyone was shut down. Well, guess what? I still had to come to work. It's a sad reality, but they need truck drivers more than anything. It's a high demanding field. It pays pretty good. I can't complain. I got a house and a nice lifestyle and a nice truck out of it, so I can't complain. You work hard, you get rewarded. You don't work hard, you don't get rewarded. It can be a salary based job, or you can get perks to weight bonuses, incentives, overtime after so many hours a day. So there's all kinds of cool stuff within companies that offer that stuff. Some companies only work 4 days a week. Some companies only do the counties. So you only have a house every 20, 30, 40 meters or whatever it is. Every so many houses. So there's lots of driving, and so you're not like hauling ass every house in the city. So I can talk for hours about this stuff. It takes a lot to get used to, but the good thing is that once your body gets attained to that, once you get used to doing that kind of work, it just comes natural. You really don't notice it. But when I started 7 years ago, I was on the couch, sleeping. I was so tired. And it was just like, I was drained. And I lost 30 pounds working there. And it blew my mind. It was just like slimming right out. It's go mode. You put your AirPods in, you put your music on, and you just go, You just tune the world out, you do your job. It's great. It's a good workout, and you get paid. The thing I don't like about truck driving is it's a lot of sitting around, and I don't really care to do that. I don't care how much you pay me. Because, you could be sitting around all that time making good money. Then you're more prone to ordering takeout. You're driving by all these restaurants all day. You want to eat the fat shit. Where if you're in a little neighborhood, not looking at signs and crap, you just do your job, get your workout in. It's great. That's why I like doing what I do. You start getting hungry at the end of the day. Someone's cooking up a barbecue. You're like, damn it, I'm hungry now. That's what sucks, And you and your partner want to hurry up and finish and go home because, you smell someone cooking a barbecue. A good pro to my job. It offers, most of this stuff is city contracted, so you get a lot of benefits that nurses and city workers do. You get tipped good, you get thank yous, and it's a nice feeling. You might be having a crappy morning, you might have a little run-in with someone driving on the road like an idiot. Tune it out, whatever. Don't get mad. You're at work. This is your office on wheels. You got to act mature. You want to come here the next day? Well, drive according to conditions. Be responsible. Don't interact with rude customers, rude drivers. It's not worth your time. Because you know what? There's more nice people than there are bad people. So more people appreciate you than the bad. So about that situation, just you're gonna have the odd customer get mad and try to tell you off. And I probably had it about 20 times. At this point, it's just like, all right, Kill them with kindness, you know, have a good day. I'm going home to your wife later. But, you know, you gotta bite the bullet, shut up sometimes, and do your job. Because you know what? Come payday, it's a nice pay. It's a pretty nice pay to get your freaking DZ or AZ, here in Canada is what we call it, to, you know, only take a course for a couple months or a couple weeks and get paid $65,000 plus a year or whatever it is, you know. Can't really complain. And I only have my grade 12. But, you know, MTO, the police, your boss, you know, you got a bunch of bosses, you know. The company can say one thing, and if you want to ignore their rules or whatever, well, the cops are going to catch you. You know what I mean? How many jobs do you go to or have worked for that you can kill somebody and the police are your boss, you know? So, you go on the road, you text and drive, whatever it is you want to break the laws doing, someone's going to catch you, someone's going to bust your balls. So that's another, if you want to call it con, you know, there's only so much you can get away with. So, you know, drive according to conditions. You got a guy in the back now, so you got to be extra careful, paying attention to traffic, guy in the back, you know, stuff like that. You got to be really weary of. You got to know your distances, know the size of your truck. I mean, if you're a first-time watcher, viewer of this video, it's scary. You know, it's one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Like Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs did a video on this. You know, like there's so many incidents, especially with the front end bins. They pick up shit they don't even know what they're carrying, right? So as they compress it, they can compress a fire extinguisher or a canister or something that can explode, light the cardboard on fire or the garbage on fire. Now their truck's on fire. You know, they're constantly backing up all day. There's apartment trucks that go around, pick up the big bins. I've done all that. There's roll-off where they drop off the bins. You know, you gotta make sure you drop it on a flat hill, like it's not a flat hill, a flat slope, so that way when you go to pick it up when it's heavy, you know, your truck's not tilted. You gotta make sure the material is not overpowering over top of the bin, because you know, you have anything fly off and someone calls in on you or the cops see that or anything, that's a huge ticket. You're responsible for your own actions. You have to be attentive, pay attention at all times. You're a freaking missile on wheels. And you have kids and people that adore you. Look at the big truck coming down the road. A lot of people think it's just like this grab and go job. Like no one gets hurt. You know, I put my garbage out in like freezing rain and it's going to come no matter what. How many companies work like that? Most companies are like, yeah, I can't be there today because the weather sucks ass. But they expect the garbage guy to come no matter what. Well, I just put my garbage at the curb and it gets picked up. Like, you know, I don't know if birds fly in air, but it just happens. You know, there's a lot of people that are oblivious to your job, you know. So, that's that, right? Whatever. Let them talk shit. Let them think what they want. You know, there's so many scenarios I can get into. It's not even worth it. You know, you're going around cars, and then you got buddy boy freaking out at you because you try to cut him off, or you didn't pull around the car to let him by, and you're like, dude, my partner's picking a bin, like, relax, man. And you got to deal with, like, homeless people and stuff, and other people, like, saying negative comments or following you, so there's just things, you know, you got to have a lot of patience, because, you know, you're representing the company and also your job, and you know, you just gotta be polite with people. But there's lots of pros. You get tips, you know, good pay, good workout, good experience. Because a lot of jobs go, oh shit, you could do this kind of work? Then I'm sure you could sit on your ass. And a lot of truck drivers don't look twice at this. At my company that I worked for, we've hired drivers, and you can tell right away that they're drivers. Because they're the laziest mother effers you've ever met. They don't work fast. You can tell that they're just sluggish. Like, dude, I'm going to be here all day. I'd like to go home at some point. Please and thanks. Let's go. Vite. Hurry up. Jeez. But, yeah, so you can get along with people. If you like a workout, Don't just look at a paycheck, because you know, with truck driving, the higher you get paid, the harder the job is. I promise you that. I will bet you that. And if you want to get paid more as a driver, your skill level has to be that much better. Don't just assume like, oh, I could do this and get paid 30 bucks an hour. Your skill level has to be on that level. Because you know what? The second you hit something, it goes on your record, dude. Other companies are going to look at that and be like, man, I don't hire you. You can't drive our shit. Even though they might not be backing up downtown freaking Toronto or New York City, you know, like most transports don't even go anywhere near there. Oh, I'm a truck driver. I drive this big trailer. Sure, I applaud you. I appreciate the service you do. But a lot of those guys will not drive in any busy area. They're way too huge. It's way too much of a risk, and the company does not want to take a chance. So they stick their ass to the highway. They just go back and forth, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's very tiring, and, you know, kudos to them. They can't do my job, and I can't do their job. So we just stay on each ends of the compass here. So, but yeah, you got to pay attention, be attentive. It's good pay. It's a good workout if that's what you want to try. If you're new to driving, it's definitely something to get into. You learn your city. You learn how to navigate. You can meet a lot of cool people. Get lots of experience with you know, learning how to drive bigger vehicles. You can, you know, potentially move up in the ranks of these waste companies. And you know what? There's so many waste companies with contracts that you can potentially move to other companies on top of that. You don't just have to stay at one company, because with driving, they look at years of experience. They don't look at, you know, the time you put in and what you can do, blah, blah. Oh, I can do that. Okay, cool. But have you done that for about 4, 5, 6, 7 years without any accidents? And how do you get along? And will they reference you and this and that? And it's like, okay, you know, maybe this guy's a solid dude and he can get along with people. You know, so I'm sure I'm missing 1,000 things in this video. It's probably dragging on, but how do I end this? It's good. It's the longest job I've ever had. It's the highest paying job I've ever had. There's good pension benefits. Good people to work for. There's tons of pros. You know, you're gonna have your shitty days. You're gonna have your good days. You know, that's like any job, right? So you take the good with the bad. And a lot of people that can't handle it, their mindset is negative, 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 and they leave. So, you know, that's just my line of work. It's a high turnover rate, and that's why a lot of driving jobs are paid by the hour, not salary, because, you know, everyone thinks different, everyone works different, and you know, people just think they're going to this field like it's some great career, but it can tear you down, and it will tear you down. I've done delivery driving, and it sucks. Not to bash on people, but there's a lot of rude customers out there, man. And when you can tune them out, play your tunes, do your job, throw garbage, get a nice little workout. When you work out, you feel great, wakes you up, have a coffee, shoot the shit with your partner, you know. It's so much better than waiting around for someone to do delivery at Home Depot. But hey, I'm not bashing you. If that's what you want to do, and it keeps you in shape, it keeps your mind strong and young, then do what you want to do. But I know what I want to do. Smoking darts, breaking heart, drinking beers. Cheers. That was pretty corny. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more random videos. If you have any questions or comments down below about garbage and recycling or anything with the waste division, don't hesitate to comment. I'm here to answer your questions. I have 5 years in the field, and I'm willing to help you out. Get your ass in the door, get started. You never know, you might like it. Anyways, thanks so much, guys, for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.